These are the 10 most valuable lessons we learned from doing business in Africa. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. As you already know, Africa is a continent full of opportunities. An incredible diverse continent with its huge potential for economic growth bound to explode in the next decade. As the world's most populous and naturally rich continent, Africa presents an incredible opportunity for investors to benefit from the continent's burgeoning economies. But this doesn't come without challenges. These challenges are what holds back many investors from benefiting from this lucrative market. In most cases, people give up even before starting, probably because they are overwhelmed by all the hurdles, as well as the lack of information and guidance. We hope that by sharing our experience, we can help you navigate the African market more effectively. So let's get started. Lesson number 1, develop local partnerships. The first lesson we learn doing business in Africa is the importance of building strong relationships. This is true across the entire continent, all 54 countries included. In Africa, business is all about trust and personal connections. Working with local partners is essential for any business in Africa. These partnerships can provide access to resources, expertise, and contacts in the local market. You need to invest time and effort in building relationships with your partners, customers, and even suppliers. This could mean attending local events, social networking, showing interest in culture, and being patient. Once you have established trust, you will find that doing business in Africa becomes so much easier. Lesson number 2, know your local laws and regulations. The second lesson we learned is doing business in Africa requires knowledge of local laws and regulations. Businesses must be careful to ensure they are following all applicable laws to avoid any potential legal issues. And the third lesson we learned is the need to be patient. Doing business in Africa can be slow and frustrating at times. You may encounter delays, bureaucracy, and unexpected challenges. However, it's important to remain patient and persistent. Don't give up too easily. Keep pushing forward and eventually you will see unimaginable results. It's important to take a long-term approach as projects can take longer than expected to come to fruition. So you should plan accordingly and be patient. Lesson number 4, network and build relationships. Building relationships is key to doing business in Africa. Take the time to build relationships with local partners and contacts, as these relationships can be invaluable in the long run. Who you know makes a whole lot of difference. For example, recommendations and referrals are highly valued on the continent. If you come in highly recommended, then your work is half done. Lesson number 5, invest in employees. One of the most important lessons we learned is the importance of investing in your employees. This is important for any business, but especially in Africa. Invest in training, personal development, and team building, and make sure to provide fair wages and benefits to retain the best talent. Doing business in Africa is not just about making a profit, it's also about making a positive impact on the local community. By investing in social projects, supporting local businesses, and creating jobs, you can build a strong reputation and gain the trust of the community. This will not only benefit your businesses in the long run, but also contribute to the development of the local economy. Lesson number 6, think outside the box. The next lesson we learn doing business on the continent is that businesses and investors must be willing to think outside the box. This means being creative with ideas and solutions, and leveraging local resources to find the best solutions for the business. Creativity has to become your best asset if you have to survive in any African country. There are no two ways around it. Lesson number 7, respect the culture. One of the most important lessons learned from doing business in Africa is to take the time to learn about and respect the culture. African cultures have many different customs, beliefs, and practices. It's essential to show respect by being open, friendly, and flexible. You don't have to become a guru on African traditions, but try as much as possible not to go against local customs and ways of doing things. If not, you are setting yourself up for a major disaster. Lesson number 8. Invest in technology. Another lesson we learned is the need to embrace innovation. Investing in technology is an important step to doing business in Africa. Technology will help you increase efficiency and productivity and can be a great way to differentiate yourself from the competition. Africa is a continent full of opportunities for innovation. Many African countries are leapfrogging traditional technologies and adopting new ones. For example, mobile payments are more common in Africa than in many developed countries. By embracing innovation, you can gain a competitive advantage and tap into new markets. You can start by taking advantage of the many local fintech solutions available on ground. Lesson number 9. Understand the landscape. We have already established that having a good understanding of the local customs is essential for doing business in Africa. Also, knowing the appropriate way to dress, speak, and behave will help ensure success. What works in one country may not work in another. So bear in mind that you need to be aware of your surroundings and adapt your business practices accordingly. For example, in some countries, it's important to greet people with a handshake, while in others, it's customary to bow. By showing respect for local customs, you will gain the trust and respect of your partners and customers alike. Lesson number 10. Expect the unexpected. This is one of the greatest lessons of all. Doing business in Africa requires being prepared for the unexpected. From unexpected delays to sudden changes in strategy, it's important to remain flexible and adaptable at all times. When doing business on the continent, always be prepared for anything. Having a good understanding of the local culture, customs, laws, regulations are all essential. But if you are not ready for what's about to come your way, things will be very, very difficult. So, these are the 10 lessons we learned from doing business in Africa. We hope you found them helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.